So if you turn up your speakers, all these microphones should come out of your speakers from the OUSC account.
Hello? Anything? Welcome. Hello. Can you hear us? Hello. Can you hear us? I
Okay.
can't.
Now, now you speak into the microphone on your laptop.
Can you hear me all right? I thought I
Hi. Huh?
I came in and I said I'm getting Senate flashbacks. I don't like this.
They wouldn't give us anything else, Chair Mays said.
What drink is that? Can I have a sip of that, please? Yes, I would.
Did anybody reach out to you
About
the resolution?
no. Oh, what one?
Just Ellie
Am I good on
or someone
Zoom?
else?
Ellie did not reach out to me.
Okay, Ellie replied to my email, so I put her on it.
Okay. TJ also wants to be on it.
I think TJ's already on it.
No, TJ is not already on it.
Okay, well I can do that right now.
Well, maybe.
Under TJ, maybe? Nope, absolutely not. I'll put him in under TJ. We believe in preferred names here.
We've yet to figure out Morgan's preferred name
Legislator Moeller.
or pronouns.
Yeah. I can't wait to ask about asks pronouns. Hi Maggie.
Maggie,
How's it
did
going?
you change your hair? Oh, I see. It looks nice.
I mean, that is a type of change.
It's good to see you. That's all. It's just good to see you.
Maggie, I didn't know that I would have a work wife here.
Um, Something outrageous happened.
What happened?
They were out of blueberry bagels.
Oh,
I was
At my
expecting
bagel
worse.
place.
I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me? That is pretty bad.
I got this scar because my parents were out of bagels and I rollerbladed to Kroger. And then I was rollerblading
Oh my
home,
God.
rollerblading home, clutching my bagels.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. Yeah. I was going to say, all right, people, it's time to show up now, but they've got 20 minutes. It's fine.
Yeah.
I can live with it.
Well, I'm still gonna be out.
Please don't yell. This room is so echoey.
I was thinking, like, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can clap for like 5 seconds. Yeah.
What are some other places other than Amazon that I can get things from?
Um,
The
so if
impossible
you
to find list.
yeah, so I mean Acme has a lot of stuff. Um, it's mostly all like personalizable stuff
Huh.
that you could get like student congress printed on, or alternatively, you could get it printed with like a logo for this particular recycling program or whatever. Um,
I intended just to like tape a piece of paper on it with info. I think that makes more sense to me.
yeah.
Probably cheaper.
So yeah, I mean, for cheaper than Amazon, we don't have a lot of
Oh,
options.
okay, I have an option for Amazon. I'm over if I buy 5 of these bins that I found that are perfect, I'm over the budget by like $5.
We can just use $5 of discretionary on that. It's not a big deal.
Actually, also, I'm definitely not gonna need $400 for the battery recycle.
Okay.
Like not even close.
Okay. Yeah. D depending on what you get, like you might need some of that money to like pay for like special disposal or something.
Okay.
So I think we'll leave that. Like that fund is a little bit big on
Leave that.
purpose. But I mean, budgeting for big industrial containers is not something that I've ever done before, and I didn't really price check anything. So
You were almost on the money with the returnables one though.
yeah, I mean, the idea is to be like significantly over the money so that you end up having savings. But I was close at least.
Yeah, the problem is just that the ones with lids are much more expensive,
Mm.
and I don't know how necessary it is to have a lid. I think it might help, but
I think if anybody's reaching in there to get returnables out of there because they need the money, like they can probably just have them.
actually that's so fair. I think I
Yeah.
could go without a lid.
Yeah. As
That
long
makes
as
this
as long as they're
much
not
easier.
outdoors, that should be totally fine.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I think that should make this much easier. My only concern was like that people, I think as long as I get a blue one, it shouldn't be a problem. I was just concerned that people might think it was a trash can.
I'd be more concerned about. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to solve that problem. I think people are probably going to be
Yeah,
throwing garbage in there no matter
I
what.
hate to say it,
People are
that's
just gonna
gonna,
do.
even if it's blue, people are gonna be like dumping their food in there uneaten.
But yeah,
Which
I
is
think
just like, but we can log hours sorting
Yeah. Okay.
true.
as a result of that.
True.
Sorting potentially like blasting residue off of cans.
Blasting Residue. That's another post-punk band name. Who here would listen to an album by the band Blasting Residue? Come on. Yeah. Is the residue getting blasted or is the residue residual from a blast? Or perhaps from like a series of blasts?
No one's considering that.
Residually blasting. I'm so sorry. Maybe we can write a resolution really quick.
Did everything get figured out? Okay.
Uh, Whereas the Congress is committed to the beauty and inherent value of a blueberry bagel.
I'd sign on to.
I solemnly swear to uphold this blueberry bagel. Let me get some water. Oh, by the way, we have a camera today. I don't really know if I want to turn this on. 'Cause I don't really see the point.
You don't want them to be eating? It's keep eating in the revolution. Not the same.
Can you guys hear the piano now?
I can now.
Yeah, I know. It's beautiful. I love this university. I love how many talented piano players we have at this university. I'm glad we're here doing our best to improve their student experience.
Just the piano players.
Among other people, the piano players. I do mainly think of the piano players, though.
Yeah, it's kind of scary in here. What's the opposite of claustrophobia? That's right.
Yeah.
It's not agoraphobia because agoraphobia is explicitly like crowded places with a lot of people in them. Like, but no, I get that. I get that too. I used to get so scared going to movies with my family that nobody would show up because I was so terrified of the thought of just us in an empty theater. So I relate to this on some level.
Feel
Canopsia. A usually busy place or a place that feels like it should be busy but is like empty. Is a particular kind of fear. It's very interesting. Like being the only person on an escalator.
That would be scary.
Yeah, I've always seen it with a picture of just one person on a big escalator, and they're the only person on the escalator. Oh, I don't like it.
I've turned corners. You've been to the Meridian Mall in a while, so I've turned
Mhm.
corners in the Meridian Mall, and it was just me down like a long, long
Dead
hallway.
malls,
Oh
definitely.
yeah, I don't like the tunnels in Great Lakes Crossing. It's really weird.
Except Great Lakes Crossing always has a million people in
Right, right.
every.
I mean, it's not a proper tunnel, but there's little narrow hallways that go like from the food court like out to the more radial outlets and they have the bathrooms along the corridor.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you
And
mean.
they're just so narrow. It feels like a utility service tunnel or something like they have under Disney. I don't know. Maybe I just went back there when I was
I
too young.
forgot about the tunnels under.
Hi, Earl. I don't know if they're under all the parks.
It's actually pretty easy to find like empty places in Disney World. It's a little bit creepy.
What for Le Marouge? You mean like your okay. Okay. I thought you meant your little You lost somebody else's name tag?
I would
Hi,
have lost it.
Todd. Everyone's
It is just you. I'm doing fine.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm usually warm and I'm fine right now.
I'm sorry I can't have your back on this, Earl, but I do not feel especially warm.
Maybe it's that air. Let's come in a Red Lobster.
I'll come
Do
visit.
this. When do you work? Send me your schedule.
I work at 5:15.
Yeah, I'll come visit. What are you working tomorrow? Okay.
We
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of a family dinner.
Hey,
Okay. Oh, sick. Pick me.
yeah. Well, if there's people in my presence and they can't say what I put in, well, but maybe she's like,
oh, we
Oh
have
my gosh.
we have Ellie.
Hi.
wait, Amanda's working. Amanda's working here. Could probably get like 25% off. So,
Hi, Ellie.
Hello.
what about you? Then?
No.
What? What do you mean by that?
I don't see. Do you need the red flag?
I was thinking, but
No, not even close. It's barely still attached, actually.
If you have a nameplate, it should be in this large bin here. You can just dig for it.
You want to be Allison today?
Allison Drewswick? I'm saying that right. Yes, Drewswicky?
Yeah, just Ricky.
Basically.
No.
They only had a budget for like 2 weeks. And I'm being
I mean, that's not
Nice.
entirely true. We've had a budget for like 4 or 6 weeks or something. But no, we have not.
We've had a budget, it just couldn't get approved.
We have not ordered any nameplates.
We've been prioritizing like vending machine stuff.
This person.
Yeah. Because I mean, a lot of people aren't here to use their nameplates anyway. Um, Yeah. They're not terribly functional, so I've been prioritizing the services, but we should order them eventually for sure.
Yeah. I heard apparently I accidentally cost them more money for this. For the
With the
middle
B?
initial. Yeah. Because no one checked them before sending them out.
Is it like obits where they charge like by the letter?
I don't know, but I heard I cost them a couple cents more by doing that.
Oh Lord, yeah, the Congress can't afford that.
I know. Horrible.
3,500 discretionary.
We can't order this one a nameplate. 3 whole names.
No, Lee,
Too expensive.
dude, Lee is like gonna be like a whole dollar.
All right, now it's time for me to start like
Do you want me to
yeah.
mute?
This is awesome.
Thank you everybody for being here. We're still waiting on a couple more members to make a quorum. So I hope you don't mind.
I think it helps when I
The,
get up
the,
and
the vibes in Banquet B are a little bit weird, you guys. It's too big. It is. I have never been in a room so beige. Yo. No, no, what? The
Is it disturbing?
yeah.
I can't watch.
I don't know where TJ went. Oh, they're there. Okay, yeah. Where? That's 9.
Report.
It is 1 o'clock, but we're still at 9 voting members, so we're gonna give it a few more minutes. Legislator Reyes, thank you for being here. That makes 10 out of 19 voting members, which is a quorum. So I think we're gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, can y'all see my screen right now?
No, we can't.
Uh, I'm sorry, y'all on the Zoom, can you see? Here you go.
No, we can't.
Okay. So, this meeting is called to order at 1:06 p.m. And we're going to start with the roll call. Speaker Faetete, Majority Leader Perez,
Present.
all right. Steering Chair Mays,
Present.
uh, Commuter Support Chair Lunger is absent. Legislator Bill,
Present.
Legislator Driswicki is absent. Legislator Faulkner is absent. Legislator Howell, Natha are absent. Legislator Martino, Legislator Mueller is absent. Legislator Norden is absent. Legislator Obra, Legislator Reyes.
Here.
Um, So you have to declare yourself either present or present in voting, where present in voting means that you have to vote yes or no on every issue, and present has you retain the right to abstain from a vote.
Okay, then present.
All right. Legislator Raymond is absent. Legislator Rosario,
Present.
Legislator Wesley is absent. Legislator Williams. All right. And Legislator Wolf.
Present.
All right. So with that, we have 10 members, which is a quorum. Wonderful. Next, we are going to read the land acknowledgement. Oakland University resides in the ancestral, traditional, and contemporary lands of the Anishinaabe, known as the Three Fires Confederacy, comprised of the Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi. The land was ceded in the 1807 Treaty of Detroit and makes up southeast Michigan. In recognizing the history and respecting the sovereignty of Michigan's Indian nations, Oakland University honors the heritage of indigenous communities and their significant role in shaping the course of this region. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with the audio. Further, we recognize the wrongs done to those forcibly removed from their homelands and commit to fostering an environment of inclusion that is responsive to the needs of First Peoples through our words, policies, and actions. The preservation and perpetuation of customs and traditions of indigenous nations are essential to our shared cultural heritage. A deep understanding of Native peoples past and present informs the teaching, research, and community engagement of the university in its ongoing effort to elevate the dignity of all people and serve as shared stewards of the land. Yeah, I'm sorry about the audio. I think there must be an active mic in the next room or something. Um, I just turned on one mic and got lucky with which one it was, but I don't know which mic I turned off.
For us,
Oh,
the
these
audio
these mics
sounds.
are on.
Sorry, for us, the audio sounds fine. Sounds okay.
Yeah, sorry, there's something going on in the room. Um, is your mic still? Okay. I think we're okay. I think we were getting some feedback in the room from an external mic or from a speaker going into somebody's mic or something, but it appears to be fixed. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. So here's the agenda. If anybody would like, I can open these things in more detail, but we just need a motion and a second to approve this agenda. Moved by Obra, seconded by Speaker Faitete. So with no opposition, that passes. The agenda is approved. We have no guest speaker today. Are there any announcements? Okay. Hearing none. The first item of new business is the approval of previous meetings minutes. We have minutes from 2 meetings. And there was a lot of discussion. There was a lot of things going on in these meetings. So hopefully everybody is happy with them. If there's anything that's inaccurate or incomplete or not in the records, please speak up so that we can correct that before it becomes official. Moved by Speaker Fatete, supported by Legislator Martino.
Just for the minutes.
Oh, yeah. I think just my voice alone should come through the Zoom pretty well, I think.
Okay.
Um, can everybody hear me clearly on the Zoom?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So for the purposes of records, that should be fine. But would anybody in the room like me to speak into a mic just for your ears? Okay. I'll use mic. All right. So with those minutes approved, the next item on the agenda is the approval of Legislator Vincenzo Martino for the Oakland University Senate AI Committee, presented by President Black.
Hello. It is that time of year where we're beginning to start with some university senate committee assignments and approvals because the faculty and general non-trustee university governing body has a lot of open spaces for students to participate and a lot of issue-centered committees that they want student input on and have asked us to provide representatives to. This is the first one. This was a committee that Vincenzo wanted to participate in. It's obviously a pretty crucial one right now, and Vice President Baker and I did come to the conclusion that Vincenzo, in our opinion, would be a good, solid choice and would represent student Congress interests well on this committee. And outside of that, I'll let Vince speak for himself. Should it
Yeah.
should.
Good afternoon, folks. For any of you who don't know me yet, I'm Vincenzo B. Martino. This is my second year in the legislature here at USC, and I'm a mechanical engineering student here. In my time, I have been both a supporter of the data center when it originally came out. I thought it was a good idea. Through learning stuff about how the university has done quite a few shady actions around this process, how it's conducted itself through the water crisis and the heating crisis, and through all of that, through all the problems from the environmental to living conditions at Hillcrest Hall. I've changed my opinion on that, and I do oppose it quite strongly. The push towards AI has been extremely concerning, even as someone who works in building tools for a large energy firm nearby. As some of you may know, I work for TTE. So I have a unique perspective in both helping to build the tools, while also seeing the massive problems with them. As a member of OUSC, we have made the decision to not use AI on campus in our works and in our materials. We also need to push for teachers to actually teach and do what we pay for, which is to support our education. And if you guys approve me for this committee, I will do my utmost to push that teaching and all the activities we do on campus will be human-made. I have a unique perspective for this committee. I'm both very much someone who has played around and used the technology, while also, as I've said, posing a lot of things that are going on. So I hope that despite my past beliefs and statements, on topics like the data center, we can all agree that past actions of the university mean it cannot go ahead. And that I promise to fight for, I promise to fight for the student body in this committee to the very end. Thank you. Any questions?
All right, the floor is open to questions. Mr. Speaker?
Yeah. Uh, what is like goal of become? I know you stated that you want to like give up life to the students, like considering data center project, but maybe just like what I'm looking for is basically what is your outline for communicating with students and like communicating like what do you want to bring them that they go for the AI training?
So what I want to bring to the table is the perspective of someone who is against the environmental factors, is against the data center on campus, but also understands and sees the useful aspects of it in form of data analytics, which is what the tools I work on are for. Where it's not a replacement for us, but it is a tool that we can use and use to help make tasks easier, to help show small things that we might not have seen. My perspective at the end is that we need to both understand the tools and also let the university know that this is not what we want out of our education. This is not the route they should go down. And that is going to be my perspective and what I communicate to them as a student. And if any of you guys or anyone in the public who will be listening to this later has any questions, please reach out to me. Please give me your perspective. I'm a representative, obviously. I want to represent everyone's views. Other questions?
All right, if there are no more questions, then we're going to ask Vincenzo to leave so that we can have our private discussion. All right, the doors are sealed and the floor is open to discussion. Speaker Faitete?
Originally when I proposed the original version of the data center as solution, I got two abstentions, and that was from legislator Markowitz and then legislator Martino. And I know from talking to legislator Martino that they have a pretty open view on the topic. It is pretty concerned about how the university is getting involved with this type of.
Can everyone hear Speaker Faitete?
No, not very clearly.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I saw the border lining up, so I thought it was working. I can turn up the mic a little bit. What's going on?
Hold on.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on with these microphones.
I think it got worse after whatever you did.
Yeah, I can't hear anything at all from them.
So it's the opposite problem last time where the
Hello?
That's
Okay. So yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk my people leave because I think I would probably work best.
Thank you.
But to kind of recap on one other thing, uh, Legislator Martino, I have former legislator Markowitz, two of the people who abstained on my resolution last year, about the data center. And I've heard a lot of good conversation from both of them. I know legislator Martino has a lot of overviews about this and has a very nuanced take, and I personally think that would be good for the Senate AI committee, just because we don't have enough students that have nuanced views on this and are able to communicate those in that way, which I think is very, really valuable to the Senate and to the students. So I will be voting yes on this approval. I believe, yeah, I believe serve the committee really well. With that, I yield.
All right. Any further discussion? Legislator Obra?
Yeah, I'd like to, the answer to speaker his questions. I'd like to, his openness to, like his openness of getting the views of like the student body of AI and not just going on his own like opinions. He sees, I liked the way that he was like critical of his past views. I think he's a great candidate for being on this for AI party.
All right. Thank you, Legislator Obra. Any further discussion? Anybody online? I mean, I will mention as a point of information that although he did not mention it, Legislator Martino has declared his intention to work with Settle, since this AI committee is a pedagogically focused committee, and he doesn't have experience or background knowledge of that. He told us that he intends to work with the Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning for any necessary context for pedagogical assessments. But if there's no more discussion, then we will move into the vote. All right. Speaker Faitete,
Yeah.
Legislator Williams,
Yeah.
Majority Leader Perez,
Yay.
Steering Chair Mays,
Yay.
Legislator Bill,
Yay.
Legislator Obra,
Yeah.
Legislator Reyes,
Yay.
Legislator Rosario,
Yay.
Legislator Wolf,
Yay.
Legislator Martino, how do you vote on your approval? All right. So with 9 yeas and 0 nays, that passes unanimously, and you are confirmed for the University Senate AI Committee. Congrats.
This
All right. So the next item on the agenda is the first reading of CB 6904, a bill to delegate the delegation of the 2 seats on the Provost Student Advisory Council, presented by President Black.
Hello. Can everyone on Zoom hear me all right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. So around the time, actually shortly before the election results came out, former student trustee and close associate of the provost, Matt Seidel, came to Autumn and I and asked if we would like seats on or to just generally participate in the Provost Advisory Council. This is something that the new provost, Amy Thompson, devised in order to get a broad set of student perspectives on her initiatives and just to field student concerns more generally. And it made sense at the time that Autumn and myself would be the candidates that the provost would be most interested in hearing from. Autumn participated in a meeting of the Provost Student Advisory Council. But after thinking more about it, the two of us feel that it makes more sense to leave those two seats open for interested students who might not have as much of a vested interest in what, like, I'm not sure how to word it exactly, but students closer to the ground, so to speak. And we think that that's a delegation that would better be left to the Director of Student Advocacy, since it is their job to directly advocate for the students, and they would better know who would represent the student body than us, at least in theory, just due to the nature of their work. This doesn't mean that the two of us can't like weigh in and suggest candidates potentially to the director of student advocacy. We just want that to be their call rather than our call. We don't want a monopoly on who gets to talk to the provost because this has been a problem in previous years, and we want more broad Congress participation in stuff like this and more people to have a direct line to admin. So we've just prepared this bill, making it a an enumerated power of the Director of Student Advocacy to make these appointments to the Provost Student Advisory Council. I'm open to fielding or deferring any questions about this bill.
Speaker Fatete?
I do have a question. Would there be a vote by legislature, or is it just like quite literally just being appointed for the position?
So since it is an executive branch appointment, it would be an interim position for 6 weeks, and then it must be approved by the legislature, or else it expires. If it's necessary, we can put in a provision here.
This might have to be section of the executive branch, just because if it's going to be technically considered separate from like the provost, it might need a separate section.
I don't think we can hear whoever's speaking.
Is Speaker Fatete coming through on the Zoom?
Very quietly. I can't really hear too many words.
Yeah, I can't understand much either.
Pretty loud.
Maggie, can you speak into the mic?
Hello?
How did that come through?
Quiet but more clear.
Are none of the microphones going to the Zoom?
Turn up that dial you turned down for that microphone. See if that does something.
Okay.
Hello?
How did that come through? Did anybody hear Speaker Fatete just now?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Yeah, I don't really understand the problem.
Does this work?
I think you made it worse again.
I'll just run around the room really fast with my laptop.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh my God.
Am I coming through?
Yes, now we can.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm right next to the computer. Okay. So let me get it here. So the question I had about this, it was basically, would they just be appointed to would they just be appointed or would they also be voted in? And the answer was they'd be voted in. And then I had another question about it being a separate section, because the student advocacy director is currently in its own section, which is the director of student advocacy. Because these are kind of a separate position, I was wondering if it might be better to have this in a separate section to better organize and kind of like define within that section that it would be up to the discretion of the student advocacy director.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not totally clear to me at this time. Uh, it was my understanding that all appointments have to be confirmed.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a gray area because it's in under this section, it's not clearly defined whether it would be appointed or not. Because while all appointments to certain positions are usually voted on, it usually says within the bylaws they're voted on. And this might, because it's under a section, it might be ambiguous.
All right, so yeah, legally speaking, this is not my bill, but President Black, are you friendly to an amendment that would specify that they must be approved within 6 weeks?
I'm friendly to that. Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, we could write that in now, or certainly it will be included by the next meeting.
I think that can be it next, like this
That
week.
works. That works for me. With that idea.
All right, are there any further questions on this? Any discussion on CB 6904 regarding the advisory council appointments? Okay. Hearing none, that's just the first reading, so we're just gonna move on. All right, moved by Martino, seconded by Faetete. Uh, with no opposition, that motion passes.
Right. In case anyone on Zoom didn't hear, we're a little bit concerned about you guys not being able to hear us and these microphones that are turned on that are coming through clearly in the room not translating. So we're taking a 5-minute recess just to see if we can figure out the audio problems.
Can someone on here log on to the Zoom so we can just have
I can do it and perhaps
Hold on, can you mute on the
yeah, have to because would it be playback? I mean, yeah, playback would be what we're looking for, and it's set to 0.
Hold on.
Yeah, like the microphone that I'm speaking into, we haven't had any problem with, but all of the like audience mics and the like the actual handheld mic uh that people have been using, all of those have been problematic.
It's a little they need to be able to hear.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
we need to admit Sadie.
Brian, put the switch, playback switch up and see if it,
I'll go in the hall.
yeah.
I can tell you.
there's no feed going into.
Oh yeah. Wait a second.
Okay, did that come through on the Zoom?
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Yeah, everybody heard Legislator Obra clearly saying hello? Is that true? Did everybody hear Legislator Obra?
Where's this going? That's power.
Yeah.
This goes.
I think
Yeah, I can
I
hear.
think we are hearing it, but there is a little bit of like an
Yeah,
echo.
balance.
Yeah, there's nothing that runs to the actual computer itself, so it's just what the
So
computer's
where's that
picking up on.
I assure
What?
You cut out.
Is anyone there?
Yes.
Yeah, my apologies. We're just still working on these audio issues.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still experiencing some feedback, but there's not a whole lot that we can do. It appears to be a little bit above all of our pay grade, and unrelated to the actual microphones that we're physically using. Um, so
I mean that.
let me just look at.
Yeah, how does that come through?
Did everybody hear Legislator Obra saying hello?
I
It
don't
was it
so.
was like choppy, but we heard it.
It
Okay, yeah,
was
yeah.
it
We
is this
heard.
at an acceptable volume? Just go
All right.
again. We're gonna see if
Hello, my name is Earl.
Is this an acceptable volume?
Did he what was said? What were you listening for?
Earl just said, "My name is Earl."
Oh my God, I did not hear that.
No, nobody heard "My name is Earl." Can we get one more test?
Let's hear through Sadie's device.
Did anybody get that?
No.
Was that tiny frog sound in the background?
Okay. Okay, y'all. My apologies, y'all, but I think this might be a lost cause. I think we're just gonna have to run around with the laptop. I can tell you right now that didn't go through.
Right, well, let's see what the laptop's plugged in to. It's only power in HDMI, bro. In this, it's plugged in the webcam. There's nothing connecting.
Okay, I apologize for the audio issues, but this meeting is returning to session because the recess time is up. Um, so Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, this doesn't really, if you can repeat what I'm saying to those online, it doesn't really apply to them. If you have something to say, this person being called on, please ask questions in front of the laptop so that people online can hear you. With that being said, we are returning to session.
Yep. So I will repeat for the record. Anybody in the room who's making a statement publicly in the meeting is going to have to come up and sit by the computer, unfortunately. Alternatively, I can just repeat anything that needs to be repeated. But everybody on the Zoom, you should be fine to just speak normally. So with that, we're going to move into the next item of new business, which is the approval of Tuba Bashart for the SAFB Assistant Chair position, presented by SAFB Chair Margaret Bassett.
Hi everyone. Tuba prepared a little something to say, so I'm gonna let her come up and talk for a minute, and then we'll have our own discussion, and I'll tell you why Tuba's amazing, and I really want her as my assistant chair.
Hi everyone. Am I addressing the laptop? Yeah. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Tuba Bisharat. I'll be going in my third year as an accounting student with a minor in MIS. And I have previously last year served as director of accounting for SAFB. And that role has given me the internal information about SAFB financials and how to best use that information as assistant chair. So I am very excited to step into this role. I don't know if this is the microphone or the laptop. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay. You're perfect.
Start doing that. This is what it did earlier at the start.
So, I'm very excited to step into this role if given the opportunity to strengthen SAFB's operations overall and helping Maggie with anything that and not just Maggie, the whole board, with anything, any goals, any things that we want to achieve in the next term. Yeah, I didn't write off my thing, but it's okay. That's all I have. If there are any questions or anything, this is so.
Yeah. The floor is open to any questions. I'll repeat for the record. Legislator Martino said that they have no questions. That Tuba is an amazing candidate. Because she's not going to be able to talk after this.
Why do you want this position with SAFB?
I really think that, I really enjoyed my position as director of accounting last year, and I really learned a lot of new things that I think I can apply again as assistant chair. And with the experience that I have learned from last year, I can use those things again to help better SAFB and make our communication and relationship with student orgs better. So, yeah. Yay.
All right, are there any further questions? Hearing none, Tuba, we're gonna have to ask you to leave the room for a discussion. All right, the doors are sealed and the floor is open to discussion. SAFB Chair Bassett.
So, during my interview with Tuba, I really understood that she's so incredibly passionate about this board and what we do for the student body. She really wants to work on communication with students, because she described one of the most difficult aspects of planning events and receiving funding is that the requirements can be too difficult to understand, especially for promotional items and equipment. So she wants to streamline communication, the eSpace, and our Discord server to help students be able to find the information that they need. She had amazing ideas on how to interact with students who might be frustrated. She had great ideas on what the assistant chair's role is within the board. I don't know, she's just incredible and she has my full support. I yield.
All right, next is Legislator Wolf. I'm sorry, Legislator Wolf, did you have any points for discussion?
Oh, sorry. I just started talking without unmuting. My apologies.
Oh, I see. It's okay. Go ahead.
I first met Tuba when she got approved for director of marketing in OSC a long time ago, and since then she's only exhibited professionalism and just a great level of personability. She's hardworking and really like causes no problems. She is so sweet and always, like she's always down to like get stuff done. She's never lollygagging, and that I really appreciate about her. I yield.
All right, thank you, Legislator Wolf. Speaker Faitete.
Yeah, I'll just say, when back in the last term, when I became speaker for that term, when I was in the office, Tuba was always there with me. Tuba's like never not working, and it's amazing to see. Tuba's very passionate about what they do, and is always striving to make SAFB better for the students. So, with that, I have to vote yay. With that, I yield.
All right, is there any further discussion? All right, hearing none, we're going to move to the roll call vote. Speaker Faitete.
Yay.
Legislator Williams.
Yay.
Majority Leader Perez.
Yay.
Chair Mays.
Yay.
Legislator Bill.
Yay.
Legislator Martino.
Yay.
Legislator Obra.
Yay.
Legislator Reyes.
Yay.
Legislator Rosario.
Yay.
And Legislator Wolf.
Yay.
Will someone get Tuba? All right, so with 10 yeas, that passes unanimously. Did you do your other approval? Okay. All right, congratulations, Assistant Chair Tuba. You passed unanimously, 10 yeas. The next item on the agenda is the approval of Opal Tawari for SAFB Director of Accounting. I believe Opal's not here, but we have a statement from Chair Bassett.
So Opal couldn't be here today. She is taking a couple summer classes and she does have another position on campus. So she asked me to read the statement for her. Hello, everyone. My name is Opal Tawari, and I am a mechatronics and robotics engineering student at Oakland University. That's impressive. I am honored to be considered for the Director of Finance position within SAFB. I believe I am qualified for this role because I am highly organized, detail-oriented, and responsible when managing tasks and resources. My engineering coursework has strengthened my analytical and problem-solving skills, which I believe are important when reviewing budgets and making financial decisions. I want to be a part of SAFB because I enjoy helping students and contributing to the success of campus organizations. As Director of Finance, I hope to help ensure that student funds are allocated fairly and responsibly when supporting organizations and creating meaningful opportunities and experiences for Oakland University students. Thank you for your time and consideration. And then I also wanted to give a couple notes from my interview with Opal. Opal had originally applied for the assistant chair position. However, we obviously hired Tuba for that position based off of her prior experience with SAFB. When I asked Opal, she was very open to the idea of other positions within SAFB because she's so passionate about our objective and what we do. I hired her for Director of Accounting because she's a quick learner. She has leadership experience. She has experience working with SAFB. She is president of a student org on campus. She loves being involved on campus and contributing, and she really wants to work to increase student involvement. I had no concerns with scheduling. I was very clear with her on, hours per week expectations. She said she's currently rescheduling her fall classes, but this would obviously be like a very important role for her. So if anyone has any questions, I yield.
All right, steering to Mace.
Hello. I know she's not here right now for questions, but I mean, in general, I trust SAFB's like decision making. I was just gonna start off with that. My question is like, did you have any extra things you talked to her about? Like, did she mention any like accounting experience or relative? I might have missed it when you were talking, but like anything relative to the position besides like the organizational skills and all the other impressive stuff?
Not necessarily. We did talk about how she has been able to jump in positions and really catch on quickly. And then Opal she does know Tuba, who was our previous director of accounting. And so I am very confident that between the two of them, we'll get Opal fully trained and just quite capable at director of accounting position for the school year. And I am very confident in her ability to learn the position.
Any further questions? Okay, hearing none, the floor is open to any discussion. I'm sorry, you're not technically allowed to say anything at this time. Wait, you're an interim director, right? Yeah.
Well, she was just
You're an observer, right?
Yeah, she's part of student congress.
Yeah.
The assistant chair, I don't believe, gets speaking rights.
Yeah, she's the only one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, we are not parliamentarily speaking. We are not allowed to have Tuba speak yet, not until I'm sorry, not until the comments from the gallery. But the floor is still open for discussion. So Chair Mace, you can go ahead.
I mean, I'm just gonna say I trust SAFB's decision making because I know they do early progressive progress. So I trust their decision making. That's all I'm gonna say.
Point of information, if we all support it, we can dispense of rules to have other people speak.
No.
Yeah, I believe we could it's possible for somebody to make a motion to suspend the Robert's rules of debate, but the observers' rights or lack of observers' rights is our own bylaws. We can't just suspend the bylaws with a motion, to my understanding. But is there any other discussion on the approval of Opal? Speaker 510.
Okay. While Tubo unfortunately wasn't able to speak, I can only imagine Tubo was going to say great things about Opal. And I mean, confidently hearing about the stuff that was said. No, it's okay. Hearing about the stuff that was said, I have confidence that Opal can be fully trained and be an adequate member of SAFB. And I also have trust in the SAFB chair. So with that, I am going to go and vote yay. And with that, I yield.
All right. Is there any further discussion on the approval of Opal for Director of Accounting? All right. Hearing none, we're going to move into the roll call vote. Speaker Fatete,
Yay.
Legislator Williams, Majority Leader Perez,
Yay.
Steering Chair Mays,
Yay.
Legislator Bell,
Yay.
Legislator Martino,
Yay. Apologies.
Legislator Obra,
Yay.
Legislator Reyes,
Yay.
Legislator Rosario,
Yay.
and Legislator Wolf.
Yay.
All right. So with 10 yeas and 0 nays, that passes unanimously, and Opal is approved for the SAFB Director of Accounting. So moving on, the first item of old business, and the only item is CR 6901, a resolution concerning the Oakland University Data Center proposal. It's the second reading. It's actually more readings than that, so it is eligible to be passed. And then it's presented by Speaker Fatete.
Okay,
Do you
hello.
want to come around and sit?
Huh?
Do you want to come around and sit?
No, I know the bill. It's
Okay.
okay. I mean, this is also the fourth reading now of this bill. Essentially, for those of you who are here, you know the gist of the bill. If you weren't here before and were able to experience me reading over the bill, the gist of the bill is it's just a rewording and redefining of the previous resolution that we passed back in last fall semester. It's essentially condemning the methods that they're using to build the data center on the southern part of Oakland University. It is now considered to either go in P35 or P37. So there needed to be an updated wording on where the location is going to be. As of right now, to my knowledge, it is going to be near P37. So, um, with that, it's essentially just condemning and having the university, if they do want to go through with this, they have to go through a variety of people, including the student body, OUSC, CDEC, which is the Campus Development and Environment Committee, which they have been doing already, the University Senate, as well as the communities of Rochester, Rochester Hills, Pontiac, and Auburn Hills, as well as a few others. I believe it's also going to the chemistry department because the chemistry department is where the environmental sciences are. So making sure those in the environmental sciences have a voice in this project as it is very close to the biopreserve and the Native American Heritage Site. And with that, I will kind of open it up to questions, except I might have an amendment to my own resolution.
So the floor is open to questions.
Can I make a statement? Hi there, folks. Once again, I'm Vincenzo.
Legislator Martino, technically. Um, and as I said in my speech earlier, I'm very much against this data center now after seeing some of the stuff that has gone on. I just talked to Villa and how did you phrase it?
Um, would you like me to say it?
Yeah.
So I was asked this because I used to be parliamentarian, but if
I can repeat it for you.
Great. So Vincenzo asked me this because I used to be the parliamentarian, but essentially, if somebody has like some sort of conflict of interest with debate or voting or legislation or like the contents, then on principle, they should abstain. They don't have to abstain, but they should. So I'll let him continue to speak for
So,
himself.
Um, I think everyone should vote yes to pass this. However, for the fact that I technically do work in the industry, I am going to abstain. But please vote yes for this because we can't have the data center next to Hillcrest or the native reserve. Um, it'll be a disaster for the campus at the end of the day.
All right, thank you, Legislator Martino. Are there any questions regarding the resolution?
Make an amendment to my resolution.
Yeah.
I want to add under the people to cooperate with, the Native American Advisory Council. I don't believe that I added that prior, but it was my intention to add them.
It looks like it's in alphabetical order right now, so I'll add it accordingly. It absolutely is in alphabetical order right now, which is really interesting.
It's awesome. Yeah, just add.
Committee?
Council, I believe.
We better check that.
Yeah, you can check it really quick. I believe it is Native American Advisory Council. It is.
Committee.
Okay.
All right, so that amendment has been made. Are there any questions? Hearing none, is there any discussion? Speaker Fayetete?
If you would like to be added as a supporter, please raise your hand and we will add you to the resolution. And additionally, if you still have questions during discussion, I'd love to take them. I know we've gone over this around 4 times already, which I mean, I appreciate having the discussion time for this. So any discussion or questions, please feel free to ask.
Um, Legislator Wolf, did you want to be added as a supporter? You're already listed.
Okay, I didn't know if this, because there's a new resolution, if those rolled over. Thank you.
All right, and Legislator Bill, you are also already listed, but if you have a question or some discussion, you're free to speak. Legislator Perez, you are not listed. So if that's why you raised your hand, then I'll add you right now.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if I said legislator, but you're Majority Leader Perez, of course. Um, so with that, are there any is there any further questions or discussion or anybody who would like to be added as a supporter? All right, hearing none, we're going to move into the roll call vote. Speaker Fayetete?
Yeah.
Legislator Williams? Majority Leader Perez?
Yay.
Steering Chair Mays?
Yay.
Legislator Bell?
Yay.
Legislator Martino? Legislator Obra? Legislator Reyes?
Yay.
Legislator Rosario?
Yay.
And Legislator Wolf?
Yay.
All right, so with 9 yeas and 0 nays, that passes unanimously. All right. So the next item on the agenda is discussion. Is there any discussion? Legislator Martino?
With the audio problems we've had today, would there be a way to ask facilities to move us back down to the previous room for future meetings?
Yeah, I'll work with chairmates to try and get us back in the gold rooms.
Thank you.
I think we would probably prefer Lake Huron to this.
But whichever is best, something that has working audio preferably.
Chairmates?
I tried, I really tried. There's a lot of stuff going on, so the gold rooms are booked, at least the ones with projectors, and ambassador rooms are booked all summer. So it was either this or the founders ballroom. I just chose this one. Sorry guys.
No, you did nothing
did
wrong.
nothing wrong.
I mean, truly, there's just technical details going on here that I don't think any of us fully understand. But yeah, I mean, I'll speak to the reservationist and see about getting it moved somewhere. Maybe the founders ballroom is better.
Yeah, and you're doing an awesome job. Yeah, it's nothing on you. So
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
Point of information, Asia, I love you. You're like so perfect. Is there any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, we're going to move on to legislative updates, starting with Speaker Faitete.
So, nothing really new. I've been working my other job. It's been really tough, but I did finish the stuff for the ledge meeting. Ledge meeting will likely be at the end of the month, on the Thursday where we don't have GBM. Uh, it will most likely go an hour before our usually GBM, so like 12 to 3, just because I know some people can only make it like an hour before GVM starts. So I'm willing to work with that. The first GVM will essentially just be training for new people and additionally planning out some of the future events for the fall semester, which includes Grizzfest as well as Eats and Beats, and a few other things that I'm working with Advisor Miller to kind of like plan out what we usually do during the fall semester, as last year we did not really plan out any events for the fall semester, which I want to change. We have a lot of money and we have a lot of people. We should be out there doing stuff for students. So that is what the meeting will be about. Um, Other than that, I when I have that room scheduled, I will announce to everyone on Slack and via email about that meeting. And yeah, that's all I have for right now.
So is that to be on the 25th?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Speaker Faitete.
Point of information, did CR6?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a point of inquiry.
Point of inquiry.
Uh-huh. Okay, any updates related to legislative leadership? Chair Mace?
So far I just been making sure I put the previous agendas and current agendas in that agenda whatever thing in the drive. I'm forgetting the name because I'm going brain dead right now. So if you guys are curious about the past agendas, they're in there. I finished that, I believe, either yesterday or the day before. And I've been trying to figure out the rooms. The system does not like me at all. It took 3 days, and I'm trying my best. Let me know if you have any feedback on the rooms for anyone in person too.
So, Chair Mace, are you saying that anybody can go on the drive at any time and see the items that we have planned for the next meeting?
Yes. Also, I mean, I guess you technically could email me, but I would prefer, if you have anything last minute, please tell me like, at least 2 days before. But yeah, you can always look. I did add a lot of things last minute this week though. But yeah.
All right. Thank you, Chair Mace. Are there any updates related to legislative projects and initiatives? Speaker Faitete?
I forgot to add this during my section, but also there are two leadership positions open right now. One is judiciary chair and parliamentarian. Because we already have one interest in judiciary chair that will be going up the next meeting. So that will be on the agenda for the next meeting. And then parliamentarian is still open. I haven't got any interest for that. Um, as well as the classroom engagement chair. I almost forgot the engagement chair is also open. So if you are interested in any of those, just know that a judiciary chair will be going up at the next meeting. So with that, I finally yield.
All right. Thank you, Speaker Faitete. Any other updates related to legislative projects and initiatives? Hearing none, any questions related to the legislative reports? Hearing none, are there any liaison reports? That's a no. Okay. So we're going to move on to executive reports, starting with President Black.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So we've been doing a lot of business as usual in the executive for the past couple weeks. Autumn and I were able to meet with former legislator Lance Markowitz and some representatives from the Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning. We're really trying to establish that CETL partnership that Lance spent so much of his tenure in Student Congress building, and very grateful for that. We've been in communication with administrators about a host of different things. I prepared an agenda for this meeting I have with Autumn and President Peskovitz tomorrow. Unfortunately, the ship has already sailed in terms of soliciting issues that you'd like us to bring up with her, because we were told we needed an itemized agenda for this half-hour meeting by yesterday. So we sent that in. We're going to be discussing staffing issues and funding issues for the counseling center. We're going to be discussing general goals of Student Congress for this administration, for this term, and a couple other relevant issues. We want to expand the free printing. I remembered it just as VP Baker said it. That's a key priority of ours that we want her to be cued in on, and just generally making sure that she knows what's up as far as Student Congress initiatives go, that we have her support. Thank you for voting to approve CR 6901. I'm very grateful that we can pursue campaigning against the data center as a Student Congress initiative officially, as we did last year. And we've been in communication with VP Mackey and his people about bringing him in periodically during the school year to give updates on the status of the data center project, should it be sent further over the summer, should the Board of Trustees decide to send it further. So we look forward to asking him questions. We look forward to discussing with him. And we've been in communication, like I said, with his staff. We meet with Student Affairs next week. This will be our last meeting with interim VP for Student Affairs, Michael Wadsworth, before the new guy, Dr. Trung Nguyen, comes in. Looking forward to that. Oh yes, we have 2 approvals going up at the next meeting. They weren't quite ready for this one, but they should be, in addition to the Judiciary Chair position, going up for Director of Student Advocacy. We have a new candidate going up who Autumn and I have an established working relationship with, and it's a person that we're really excited about. And then a person going up as well for director of finance who happened upon our office and asked if we were hiring and turned out to be perfectly qualified for finance. So we're very excited about that. We're looking forward to introducing them to you and hopefully getting them through so we can start working on those two key issues and so that VP Baker does not have to make any more purchase requests that she doesn't want to make. Outside of that, Autumn will pick up anything I've left out, but it's been the usual stuff here. I do apologize about the audio issues. It is what it is. We're working through it, we're adapting, and I thank you all for being here, as always. I yield.
All right. Thank you, President Black. Moving on to the Vice President's report. I'm your Vice President. For the past 2 weeks, I've been doing a lot of business as usual, as you know, in addition to all of the exciting stuff, you know, like President Black mentioned. By a beautiful, miraculous stroke of luck, we have perhaps the most perfect finance candidate that we could ask for. She's very enthusiastic. She's very capable and experienced with the kind of work that we were expecting her to do. So that's very exciting. And I'm going to be training her tomorrow. Yesterday, I was training our student advocacy candidate, Anusha Tiwari. She did very well. She has a lot of ideas to improve the organization, the efficiency, and the access of collaboration on the menstrual product initiative. And she also has very big aspirations for Heritage Week events throughout the rest of this coming term. So that's all very exciting. I'm very happy to, in the near future, stop doing both of those jobs. Additionally, I've put through several purchase requests in the past 2 weeks. We bought a bunch of condoms for the free vending machine, regular condoms and glow in the dark condoms. Uh, really, for real, yes. Um, you have to charge them in the sunlight. Additionally, I purchased a bunch of stamps. I purchased 1,000 stamps recently, so that we can provide stamps for everybody, so that everybody can mail their 1 ounce packages. So those will be arriving soon, and we've got some very cool, very interesting designs. And you know, I've packed a lot of pads and a lot of tampons recently. Been drafting some I've been drafting some legislation that is technically President's Black legislation, even though they didn't write any of it, regarding the formatting and the clarity of various clauses in the bylaws that mostly they refer to outdated things. Because that's long overdue, I think, but I barely got through Article 1. It's going to be a little while before we see that bill. I don't know, there's been more stuff going on. I'm kind of blanking right now. I've been doing a lot. Everything that President Black didn't say is the stuff that I've been doing. And that concludes my Vice President's report. Moving on. Are there any updates related to Executive Board projects and initiatives?
Yep.
Director Vela?
Yes. Great. Hello, people. So, I'm trying to get a thing together for the Native American Heritage site so that people can go out and we can weed the garden, weed the outdoor classroom, help maintain the place. I already have our president and vice president in on it, and I'm also getting Emily Lunger in it. I'm gonna get our director of sustainability in there too. But is there anybody here that is interested in us picking a day and all of us going to the site, trying to work with the botany club and helping maintain the site? If you're interested, raise your hand.
For the record, that's Obra, Williams, Faitete, Heeman, Perez, Wolf.
Okay, thank you guys. I'll
Awesome.
put your names down.
Sick nasty. All right. Are there any further updates related to eBoard projects and initiatives? Sure.
Hi everyone, this is Director Sadie Lee Heeman of Sustainability. This is the first time I'm speaking to you guys because I usually have work at this time, but I was off today. I have mostly been settling in, just trying to figure out the ropes, but lately I've been working on battery recycling and returnables for the Veteran Student Services Office. I just gotten a request to get those ordered. I've also been working on getting seeds to the seed library in Kresge. What else? And mostly just planning future events for the fall and winter. That's all, I believe.
All right. Thank you, Director Heeman. Are there any questions related to the executive reports?
But I can't raise my hand for some reason, but I am also here and would like to speak.
Oh yeah, you have a report. Go ahead.
I don't really have any like updates, but I am here, and as of I believe last week, I am able to work and have been working, and of course, due to distance, I have not been in office, and due to other work, I have not been in the meetings, but I also got the day off, so I am here, and I'm glad to finally be here. But I have had some communications with people outside of meetings and everything, and I have been working, so I just want to say I am available and I am here. And if anyone would like to set anything up with me or discuss anything with me, I am available on Slack or via email. And so if anyone needs me for anything, I am also available now. So I just wanted to let everyone know.
All right. Thank you, Director Johnson. Are there any questions related to executive reports? All right. Hearing none. Unfortunately, our advisor Miller is not here right now. So for this item, I'm just going to say that we love you, Jean Ann. Moving on, are there any comments from the gallery? Okay. Any announcements? President Black?
Thank you very much. I was going to bring this up in my president's report, but I do think it makes more sense as an announcement, and Director Johnson reminded me of it. So I will just say, if you have all of your paperwork in, if you've signed with student employment, if you've signed with OSI, and you are cleared to start logging your hours, we would love to pay you. Please, at the end of each week, just send an email giving like days and times when you clocked in, when you clocked out. If you worked remotely, please make a note of that and just brief. It does not need to be thorough, just a brief summary of what you did. If you wouldn't mind emailing just that record for any given week by like Saturday evening, Sunday morning to ousc@oakland, or you can email me personally. My email's in the contact sheet. I am the one who's been designated to just transcribe all of that in our like master timesheet for the summer term, with far fewer people cleared to work over the summer and far fewer people available to work over the summer. It just made more sense to have someone log everybody's hours, and that person is me. So anybody who can be paid for going to these meetings, we really, really want to pay you. So please log your hours, log your times, and I will put them in, put in what you did, and if Jen signs off on it, and she almost always does, then we can start paying you. Please do that if you're able. That's all.
All right, yeah, I will take this opportunity to announce that we have been inching towards 100% completion of everybody's employment paperwork, as we have been doing all summer. So anybody who is not getting paid yet, please feel free to reach out to me. I will do absolutely anything possible to help you with that. We'll also mention that tomorrow at 12 p.m. There is a public virtual update on the data center that we just passed a resolution regarding. So while there might not be too many opportunities for like a wholehearted open discussion at this virtual update, I still think it's important that we pay attention and make a presence. And I do believe that President Black and myself will be submitting some questions. If anybody else has any other questions, you can submit them to datacenter@oakland.edu. That's the email. You might want to CC somebody so that you know so that everybody knows that you sent an email. Additionally, the location of the data center is going before the Board of Trustees for approval on June 26th. So being representatives, having unanimously passed the resolution that opposes the data center and in its current proposal, from where I'm sitting, we all have a duty to go to this Board of Trustees meeting and make known our feelings on this issue. We have a lot of signs in the office that declare various positions on the data center proposal, and anybody is free to use some of those if they wish to. And I hope to see you there. We will have a meeting on the 18th, a little bit closer to that. I'll remind everybody again, but it's never too early to start thinking about this. Are there any other announcements? Legislator Williams? All right, thank you, Legislator Williams. I'll restate for the record and for those on the Zoom that Legislator Williams said that by the time of the next meeting, he's going to have another job at a summer camp and likely won't be able to attend our GBMs at the current time. So I mean, I'll ask you to update the when to meet if you get a consistent work schedule. If you're able to update the when to meet, that'd be great information to have. And we will do our best to have meetings that everybody can attend, that we can have a quorum at. Yeah, I totally understand and I appreciate it. All right, are there any further announcements? Legislator Rosario?
Yes, I do have one. So I think it was 2 weeks ago now, on May 23rd, I was I was virtual, but I was in a meeting at the United Student Governance or Government Conference. And the meeting was mostly just some internal restructuring. But starting, I believe, September, they will have monthly meetings. And they invite most, if not all, universities in Michigan, as far as I'm aware. And I believe President Black was there, but they had something that they had to attend to, so they had to leave. Um, but it's really set up so that there's multiple representatives from each school there. So if anyone is free in September, whenever they announce to have their meetings, it would be really great if we could get a couple of people to go there to represent Oakland, just to keep in the back of your head. With that, I yield.
Yeah, thank you, Legislator Rosario. Anybody who's interested in I believe they changed the name from USGC, but I only know it as USGC. In collaborating with other student governments across Michigan, it's a great opportunity, and they're very enthusiastic, they're very friendly, they're very eager. So reach out to myself or President Black or anybody, and we'll get you all the relevant information. Are there any further announcements? All right, hearing none, we're going to move to the item called adjournment, and I'm going to sit here and wait for a motion.
Motion.
Moved by Fayetete, seconded by Obra. Sorry, Martina, you didn't get there. This motion is adjourned at 2:30 p.m.
This meeting is adjourned.
Oh, yeah, this meeting is adjourned at 2:30 p.m.
This motion is adjourned.
No more motion. They used to call me that in high school.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean by that?